I would say, Uranium Royalty was really good. So just, Amir starting that company, I thought was a fantastic idea. I think it was 2016. And I was able to get in 25 cents. That was very speculative at the time. I think I put in maybe 25 grand and then put in more at $1. And I know they did more capital raises after that at $1.25 with warrants and $1.50 at warrants, which I didn't go in because I was in early, so I didn't bother with the warrants. But I wound up selling half at $2.50, and then, I'm letting the rest ride because I'm a big believer in uranium, and that is like the premier uranium company. I think it's going to do fantastic. And it's over $4. I think it hit $5. I don't know where it is today. I really don't care what it is today. I just think it's going to be double digits one day. And maybe I'll take some more off the table, but it's been a monster win for me. Ethereum, buying Ethereum at 180. I've seen 400-500% gains in a couple months in crypto. That's why I'm telling you, as someone who's been in the market all my life, that you don't see gains like that in the regular markets anymore. Yes, you could pick out an isolated example of a biotech, and you bought it ahead of, phase 2 data that was positive and went up 300% in one day, but it's very, very rare. And you can't, you're buying, look at Robinhood, look at Beyond Meat, look at where these companies came out, look what they're trading. Look at most SPACs. I think it's like 65% of them are trading below, that $10 price now, whatever they came out at, right? Because they're inflated valuations. You're buying these things at inflated valuations. You're buying Rivian at $100 billion valuation, So a lot of that, when you like to buy it at $2, $3, $4 million, $10 million valuation, you get that opportunity in crypto. And, the risk is look, you're taking on a lot of risk buying these companies that have no revenue right now, and that can go down 60, 70%. Could these other companies in crypto and, again, these are utilities that could they go down a lot? 50, 60, yeah, they can go down 60, 70%, but your reward is 5x, 10x, 20x. I mean, even now, if you look at the price where, Bitcoin's wherever it is today, 43, 44, I don't know where it is today. It was 66 and it came down, right, over the past month and a half, 2 months or so. Even if you take today's price and you go on coinmarketcap.com and look at the top 30 and just look at an 18-month chart, they're all up 20x plus. And where could you see? So it's not like I'm pulling out isolated examples. I mean, you'll see it in our newsletter, how many of them that were up 30x, 35x, 27x, 15x, 17x, and they're volatile. I was down 30, 35, 40, 45% on some of these things early on, taking small positions. But man, when it comes to, crypto, again, I bought Ethereum at 180. I sold it around 1,500, which makes me an idiot since it's wherever it is. I think it's a little bit below 4,000. Man, I wish I held on to that one a little bit longer, but I can't get pissed off with a gain like that, and that's why investing is tough and trading is tough, because you always look at the what if. And now, you would buy something, let's say if you bought Ethereum at 180, you sold it 1,500. Now, the next time around, you're like, oh, shit, I don't want to sell too early. It's hard. Day trading is really freaking hard, guys. Most people get crushed in day trading. Most people. When I say most people, 98%. They want to be day traders. It's gambling, and you can't. It's just like gambling when, you win a couple of games early on at the 1 o'clock in football. You're going to bet the 4 o'clock, even if you don't like them. That's just, it's almost impossible. It's like, dangling a big steak in front of a lion. No matter what. Right? No matter what, it's just, most people don't have that discipline where, okay, I'm going to get out at 8%, or I'm going to be at an 8% loss and limit my losses, or let it ride, or, but I know when it comes to day trading, a lot of those people, they don't have massive winners. Unless they're options and stuff like that. But if you're buying options and you have these massive winners, that means you're taking on an excessive amount of risk, meaning you could lose a lot of money. Most of the best traders are you're generating small profits, here, limited losses. So it's really, really tough to day trade. But, those are, two of them. I've got, lots of them over my career. Those are two I recently remember. But, I will tell you this, guys, my best investments have come, investing in private companies or investing in private placements where I've gotten warrants. That's really how you make a fortune. Unfortunately, a lot of that's only open up to accredited investors, right? And I'm able to get in certain circles, and, I bring that to CURZIO'1. You don't have to be an accredited investor to be in CURZIO'1, but we offered 3 or 4 deals, I think, through CURZIO'1. 1 or 2, I think, are down a little bit. I'm very, very happy with them, but one of them is really, I'm super optimistic. I mean, it's a fund that we invested in. It's a, biotech fund that has, access to some of the greatest early stage startups. And I think they're up to 8 investments plus. And holy shit, man, these investments are really good. I'm really excited about that one. And I'm really excited about the other 2. I mean, one was gold, one was helium. And, gold has been kind of crappy lately, but, I'm positive on this. And, I think we could do very, very well on these names, but that's where you really, not that all those deals work out, but just having access and being in the right circles, because, now you have innovators and talking about, how they're going to structure these companies and how to get investors in and stuff like that. And that's the early stage, right? You get in there, you significantly lower your risk to the point where if one of these small companies becomes mildly successful, you're going to make a fortune on it. You're going to make a fortune on it. And even if they're not mildly successful, like with these SPACs, I mean, when they're doing these pipe deals before they actually come out, right? They announce that the company they're going to take over, and then they got to do the financing behind, and they're doing these pipe deals. I mean, these guys are getting in at 3 and getting in warrants at 4. So even if that thing goes from 10 to 7 to 6 to 5, these guys are making money while you're getting murdered. It's unfair, right? And we try to level the playing field. One good thing is Reg A now. You can raise money through Reg A, but you don't. When you see Reg A, it's still kind of like a black eye a little bit, because if you're going to raise money and you have institutional support where your idea is that good, you're not going to do Reg A. Because when you do Reg A, it opens the door to retail investors. But now you have tons of retail investors, all these people investing. And say if it doesn't work out, these are the people that are going to maybe, call I lost $1,000. It was my life savings or whatever. That's where you open a door to. I mean, they, again, the Jobs Act and, Reg A and the company and security tokens that's trading on T0's platform, Exodus, raised $75 million very, very, very quickly. That's the max you could raise. I mean, you could raise really big money in that and Reg A, but that levels a playing field a little bit. But still, I see people using Reg A as a way to say, because their deal isn't really that good, and they're like, okay, I know I can raise money for the general public because the general public's dying to get into private deals. And I don't blame them. They see, all these other deals of people making a fortune, and the rich get richer and stuff like that, and you have to have certain status to get into these deals. Reg A levels a playing field, but there's still a lot of bullshit around it, which we're trying to, hopefully companies just weed out. Kind of like crypto, a lot of BS companies using crypto and launching ICOs with bullshit models just as a money grab. Same in STOs, I've seen it as well in security tokens, where guys have come to me and I'm like, they're like, well, it's based on these assets. That's what the ownership is going to be, and then we're going to pay out a percentage of profits to our shareholders. I'm like, you're a freaking new company. You're not going to generate profits for 10 years. So they're getting fucking nothing. Yet you're raising $30 million, right? You're going to put that in your freaking pocket to grow the company. When you grow it, you guys are the biggest investors in the company, but yet, the individual investor, they're not even getting equity in this. They're going to get a percentage of profits? Really? I mean, small companies, their job is not to really report profits, right? You want to put all that money back into the business, back to grow. Amazon did that for 20 years, 25 years for reporting profits. Netflix as well. I mean, that's what you do. So, I could report massive profits for my business if I cut staff and I stop marketing, right? And make our business look really, really good. We're growing. We want to grow. We're a small company. That's why investors invest in us, to grow this to potentially becoming $1 billion company, not to just, stand still and be where we are, where, and we're not doing anything. So, Reg A does level the playing field a little bit. But, you have to be careful with those deals. I'll vet those deals. If we have Reg A deals that come across my plate, you'll probably see them and be able to invest in those Reg A deals through, Curzio Research Advisory, and also Curzio Venture Opportunities and things like that. But that's how you really make the most money. And, for Curzio One, again, it's a premium membership. It's worth every penny. There's not one person that has gone in and said it's not worth it. It is a high price tag, but you get all of our services, all of our newsletters, everything, for free now, and everything we produce going forward. And you pay like a $4.99 fee for every year, right? And that really is like, a maintenance fee. It's not like a refrigerator fee in a hotel. It doesn't have a refrigerator. I mean, we have to pay, we have to distribute, we have to design these newsletters forever. You're in this thing, right? So, to pay itself off and to make sense, that's what we do. But it's definitely worth it because you also have access to some of these special smaller deals that I'm getting into that, a lot of those people have taken us up on. It's not a lot. It's a few dozen that are in there, but that's where you really make big money in private companies, and you want to have exposure to that, guys, if you can. I know it's hard. You want to be an accredited investor, but the Reg A allows that, and that's what opened the door for crypto. It's why it's a $2 trillion industry. It's the first time ever you're seeing the individual investor have a leg up on Wall Street, and Wall Street's late to the party here. That's why you're seeing these massive returns, not when you're able to buy Rivian at a $100 billion valuation, or Virgin Galactic with no revenue at a $15 billion valuation. These things are going to crash and not doing any revenue, but that's the first time individual investors get to see it. Look at Robinhood. Again, Beyond Meat. Look at these things get destroyed, man. It's freaking insane. It's insane. Even Coinbase as well. A lot of people who are on Coinbase were able to get into that, and then, it crashed. It's down to 240. A lot of these people bought above 300, 340, whatever it was. I think it went to 400 one time. It's a good platform. It's a good company. I just, but It has come down with crypto, but you get my point. As an individual investor, you only get to buy these things at really expensive valuations, and you're not getting in early. And to make absolute fortunes or life-changing gains, you want to get in early in some of these things. So we're in the right circles now, and we're able to do that for some of our clients. I want to try to bring that to all of our clients and bring good Reg A deals to you guys as well, right? I mean, I want to level a playing field. That's why I've started this. I can make enough money, as you can see, to easily retire, to support myself, just through a lot of these deals and stuff like that. But, I love what I do, and I work hard at it, and I'm going to bring a lot of this stuff to you guys, right? If it kills me. So we level a playing field here, and, you can get into a lot of these deals. Not all of them are going to work, of course, but, you have that opportunity to make 30, 40, 50x gains again, and those are life-changing. And that's what you want when you're speculating with your money. You want unlimited upside and limited downside, which may mean your full investment in the stock and $1,000 or $10,000, or you put a stop loss on at 35% where you limit your downside, but you don't want to invest in something with 50% downside where you have 75% upside. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. You want to make sure that you have 2x, 3x or more, and hopefully unlimited gains on the upside. That's how I